It's Ariannitalagringa, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to teach all of you guys snow vocabulary. And right now, I do not have the proper gear to play in the snow. I have to bundle up, and that just basically means I need to put on some warm clothes. I need to bundle up because I'm just wearing a turtleneck and some leggings, and that won't keep me warm while I'm outside. So let's go ahead and bundle up. It's freezing cold outside, and I just bundled up. I am nice and warm. I have a hat on, gloves, a winter jacket, a furry scarf, and I put another layer of black leggings, and now I feel nice and warm. Also, I have some boots on, and I can walk in the snow with these boots and my feet won't get wet. So let's go ahead and walk in the snow. I waited a long time to record this video for you guys, and this morning it snowed, and now it's the perfect time to teach all of you snow vocabulary. And when it snows, the weather gets really cold. Right now, it's 20 degrees Fahrenheit in Cincinnati, Ohio. And behind me, there is a football field. If you've seen my running vocabulary video, you guys would know that this is the football stadium. But it doesn't look like a football stadium because it's covered in snow. And in this video, I am with my puppy, Ozuna, and he loves the snow. This is his first time playing in the snow. And I have a question for you guys. In your city where you guys come from, does it snow? Or have you ever been to a cold place where it snows? Let me know down below. If you're going outside and it's really cold and it snows, you need to wear proper winter clothing. For example, if you want to go on a walk, or if you're going to play in the snow or do winter activities like skiing or snowboarding, you need to bundle up and wear multiple layers to stay nice and warm. So now let's start off with the head. What do you wear to cover your head and your ears? Well, I am wearing a hat, a winter hat. And you can also wear a beanie, which is a different type of hat, but it won't cover your ears. And now, moving on to the neck, I am wearing a scarf, a winter scarf, and this is a pink and furry scarf, and it'll keep my neck nice and warm. And next up is my winter coat or jacket. I would never go outside without a winter coat because it keeps my body nice and warm. And under my coat, I have a sweater. And when I go outside and when I play in the snow, I like to wear multiple layers. That way, if I get too hot playing in the snow, I can just take my coat off and stay nice and warm. And next, I have 2 layers of leggings because I want to protect my legs from the cold. And lastly, you always need a pair of winter boots. I am wearing black winter boots, and when I walk in the snow, these are water resistant so the water won't penetrate into the boots and my feet won't get wet or cold. Now let's talk about snow. How does snow form? Well, in order for snow to form, you need the temperatures to be really low. You only see snow during the winter time. So what is the temperature? Well, in order for water to freeze, it has to be under 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 Celsius. So when it rains and it gets below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, then it snows. Here in the United States, we use Fahrenheit. We do not use Celsius. Sometimes when it snows, the snow will melt away and you won't even see it on the ground. And that's because the temperature may change throughout the day. But because today is 20 degrees Fahrenheit, the snow is sticking to the ground and it is not melting away. So we're going to have snow for a couple of days. If you're not familiar with snow because you've never seen snow or you've never been to a place that snows, well, you might be wondering, how do people survive and live in a place that's really cold where it snows? So, how do people drive to work? Do kids go to school? Well, the answer is yes. People drive to work, and look, there's someone driving on the road right now. In order for cars to drive on the road, they have to be extra careful because there might be ice on the streets or the roads. And when ice forms, it can be very slippery. And you also have to watch out for ice on the sidewalk because I can still slip and fall on the ground. As you can see, the sidewalk has not been shoveled. Therefore, it's very hard to tell what is the sidewalk versus what is the ground because I can't see the ground. This part of the road is clear. There is no snow on it. But this part of the road has wet snow, and this wet snow is called slush. It's not very pretty, and it's not white because it's slush. It's just melted snow from the ground. This is a parking lot, and the parking lot has not been plowed. A snowplow did not clear the snow from this area, so that's why there's a lot of snow on the ground. And right here, you can see that this is an empty parking spot. And that's because people still work, they still go to school, even in these cold temperatures. I personally don't like driving on the road when it snows out because when it snows, it may turn the road to ice. The roads may be icy. The car may skid off the road, and I don't like that happening. Imagine parking your car over here. It looks like it's easy because there's snow on the ground, but below the snow, there might be ice. Sometimes cars can get stuck in snow, and then you have to call a tow truck. Look at this car. It's so cold that icicles are forming on the hood of the car. This is an icicle, and it forms when snow melts and turns to ice, and that's why icicles are hanging from this hood of the car. Check out these icicles. Check out this big icicle. This one is really long. Wow. I wonder what my car looks like. Let's take a look. How can I even move my car when there's so much snow on the ground and I can't see through my windshield because my windshield is covered in snow? So how do people remove the snow from their cars? Well, first off, they will use a big brush that will clear and remove all the snow from the windshield. I'm going to buy one because I clearly do not have a brush with me right now, so I have to use my hands. Another way to clear off the snow from your windshield is you can turn on your car and you can heat it up. Because when you turn on your car, when you turn on the engine, it will heat up the windshield and it'll defrost the snow or the ice from your windshield. I'm going to try and remove the snow from my windshield by turning on my car. Also, if you guys haven't checked out my car vocabulary video, go ahead and check it out because you would know what this is called. This is a steering wheel, but let's go ahead and turn on the car. I can't even see through my windshield, so I'm going to turn on the windshield wipers. Woo! I removed some of the snow from the windshield, but I'm going to turn off the car because I do not want to drive today. I'm afraid of skidding off the road because there might be ice on the road, and I'm just going to turn off my car. When it snows outside, it can be pretty annoying, especially when you drive, because when you get in the car, you'll be carrying all the snow and all the ice inside the car. People put salt on the ground when it snows. This is road salt or rock salt, and you can put it on the sidewalk, like I'm doing right now, or on the stairs. These stairs are clear of snow because last night people put salt on the ground, and basically salt will melt ice. Last night people knew that we were going to have a snowstorm this morning, so people put salt on the sidewalk, on the stairs, and on the roads to prepare for the snowstorm. People put salt on the stairs or on the ground to prevent people from slipping and falling, because if the snow turns to ice, it can be slippery and you can slip and fall. So when you're walking down the stairs, and even if there's salt on the ground, you need to be careful because you can slip and fall and hit your head or hurt your back. Now I have this container full of salt and I'm going to put it on the ground. And you might be wondering, what type of salt do you use on the ground? Well, you can use table salt that's inside your house that you use to cook in the kitchen, but normally we use a different form of the salt, which is called rock salt or road salt. And this salt is where you can melt the snow up to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's why you don't use regular table salt, because table salt will only melt snow on the ground up to 15 degrees Fahrenheit. This will melt snow in colder temperatures. What happens if you forgot to put salt on the ground? Then you'll end up with fresh snow. There is snow on the ground. And how do you clear the snow from the ground? Well, you will use a shovel and you will shovel up the snow and move it to one area. That way you will clear the sidewalk, the driveway, or the ground. I'm going to shovel these steps because there is snow on the ground. I just shoveled these steps and now you can finally see part of the sidewalk and the steps. And now I can't leave without putting salt on these steps because since it's cold out, the snow may turn to ice and you want to be careful and not slip and fall. So let me go ahead and put some salt on these steps. I am putting salt on these steps and on the sidewalk. Now, another way to remove or clear snow besides shoveling is you can have a snowblower, and this is just a machine that will blow snow away from the ground. What happens if there is snow on the street? Well, to clear the roads, snowplows will plow their way through the street and clear the snow to both sides of the street. But now, since we have a lot of snow, let's do a fun snow activity. Let's have a snowball fight. But before having a snowball fight, you can tell how cold it is just through my breath. Look. It's really cold outside, so when I breathe, you can see my breath. I can't wait to have a snowball fight. Let's go! I'm walking to the football stadium to have a snowball fight, but look what I found. There is ice on the sidewalk. So that's what I was talking about. Ice can be very slippery, so you have to watch out and be careful when you're walking when it's really cold out because there can be ice on the ground. Now let's have a snowball fight. This is no longer a football field. This is a war zone. I am going to have a snowball fight against my puppy, Ozuna. A snowball is a ball of snow, and when you have a snowball fight, you are competing with another team. Well, since I don't have another team, I will just play against my dog, Ozuna. I am going to start making my snowballs, and I'm going to throw them at my puppy. I just had a snowball fight with my puppy Ozuna and we had so much fun. But I don't think it was a very fair snowball fight because I didn't get any snowballs thrown at me. And we had so much fun. My puppy absolutely loves playing in the snow. And nobody got hurt because the snowballs that I compressed or compacted in my hands were very soft and they weren't made of ice. So when you do compact or compress snowballs, make sure you're not trying to press them together really tight because then it can actually hurt someone. So try to compress them or compact them in a very light snowball. That way no one gets hurt. Have you ever been in a snowball fight? And if you have you ever won a snowball fight? Let me know. And now I'm going to build a snowman. Let's build a snowman together. And how do you build a snowman? Well, all you need is snow. So first off, we have to roll 3 round balls. Each ball will be a different size. You need a large ball for the base of the body. You need a second ball for the middle part that will be slightly smaller than the bottom one. And then the last snowball will be the head of the snowman. Let's go ahead and build it. Okay, everybody, I just finished building my snowman. I'm not a snowman expert, and that's why he's so small, he's tiny, and I have accessories for him. So I have 2 sticks for his arms, and then on his head, I couldn't find a top hat. That's what snowmen normally wear in movies, but I had a Minnie Mouse headband, so I put that on his head. And then for his nose, I put a carrot. Normally, a snowman will have buttons and they will have coal or rocks, but I couldn't find any of those, so I just put 2 sticks for 2 buttons on his stomach. And then finally, I have a scarf. I wrapped a scarf around his neck to make sure he doesn't get cold. I spent a long time building my snowman. Let me know down below in the comments if you like my snowman, and have you ever built a snowman? Right now it's 5 o'clock and it's getting dark. The sun sets early during the winter time. And before ending this video, I want to show you guys something you can make in the snow. It's called making a snow angel. And to make a snow angel, you need untouched snow. This snow has not been touched, and to make one, you will lay down on the snow and then you will move your arms like this, and that will make a snow angel. Let's go ahead and do it. And then I'm gonna get back up, and you can see in the snow, I made a snow angel. These are the wings, and that is the halo. I hope you guys liked my snow angel and my snowman, and let me know down below what was your favorite part of the video. Go ahead and give me a like, subscribe, and super thanks if you enjoy my channel. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!